Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here at Chainlink, see what's going on. We're gonna double check some back-end liquidation data. Kind of first is baseline, see where we're at, and then effectively kind of go from there. So if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you learned something today. Comment below if you get a chance as well. Love to hear it. And make sure if you want to consider becoming a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. Okay. Let's go ahead and see here. First of all, liquidation data. Here on the back end, we can see 1450 roughly as that closer, basically the local high essentially. So it's really common for that area to get kind of hit there first. So we're probably going to see a bit of a push here soon. I'm expecting Bitcoin to push to 85, 86K possibly today. If that happens, I think shorting into the weekend makes a lot of sense, considering we've seen historically this year 10 out of 11 red Sundays or weekends rather. And usually Sunday is that profit-taking day for a lot of market makers. Either way, there's a lot of liquidation on the downside, but we're not close to that. So nothing super concerning. There's a macro amount at 1550. That would be the next area of consideration for, that's a good consideration for a take profit target. Usually you want to put take profit just below those areas. Okay? When we take a look at liquidation, we can see delta. Too many shorts in the market right now, likely to get squeezed out here soon. So we're probably going to see a bit of a push here soon to squeeze out those late shorts there, because once again, we're testing our local high here at about the 1440. When we take a look at open interest, usually we want to be able to identify, kind of areas of exit liquidity. So if we look here at the exit liquidity, there's quite a lot above us here. So it does reinforce a lot of resistance above us. So it kind of just tells us that, hey, we're probably not going to blast right through this area. We're going to need a lot of volume to get through that. But the truth is 1385 is a nice solid support based on that local low there. So we got a lot of support below us too. I like this ascending trend. Things are looking pretty favorable here for Chainlink. So I think in general, it's a better consideration for a long than a short, just from the bird's eye view. Let's take a look at the daily though and kind of see where we're at. When we look at the 20-day SMA, this is pretty consistent with a lot of coins. They're hanging out right there at their 20-day SMA. In other words, we need to break that in order to know if we have any legs to stand on. It's just that consistent retest of lower highs and lower lows every time we get to that level. So if you look here, we got tested it here, tested it here, tested there, test there. We've so far been 0 for 4 in breaking above that shorter term, or more so quicker moving average essentially on the daily. Okay, so it's that trend line. We're still under 50 on the RSI. Most coins are right here with it. Only thing going for most daily timeframes on all coins is the MACD convergence, which I don't trust if everything else is bearish. 4-hour time frame. We want to recognize this here as well. We're above tentatively the 20 and the 50-day SMA. We're over 50 on the RSI. MACD is converging. Damn near everything is looking good on the 4-hour time frame. So there's a lot of reasons why taking a long versus a short with this coin makes a tremendous amount more sense. The only thing holding me back is this being a weekend and manipulation is super high on Sundays or Saturday evenings. I wouldn't be surprised if market makers just let the prices go up and then tomorrow they just secure a bunch of profit. It's easy as that. That's kind of how it's been the last, once more, statistically, 10 out of the last 11 weekends. We've seen significantly red corrections over the weekend. So it's hard to want to kind of take longs into that personally. But if you do take a long right now, which I totally understand, it's a very viable option. Just ensure you're securing profits when you can. Make sure you're not, being an emotional idiot and taking this coin to like $20, $30, $40. The probability of that is very, very low right now, folks. The market is just super manipulated, and it's hard to get like longer holds in place. So just know that. Having said that, I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, Discord. That'll be available for you now if you're kind of just new or joining us here. I always have those uploaded before I make my videos. But the key takeaway here is, if we look at this descending type of trend here, we've broken our local local high here, 1430. I think we're probably likely to continue further up here. Just know from a short-term perspective, we're still not above the cloud yet, so we haven't truly broken out yet. But 4-hour looks pretty solid. And that's usually what you want to trade on in these transitions, as long as you understand that you're not going to just hold this to the metaphorical moon. Okay? That's kind of where we're at there. Thanks again for everyone for the awesome feedback here recently. We took some nice profits over the weekend, the weekday rather. We secured early profit on Litecoin. We want to make sure we got in and out of that trade. In green, of course. 2 Bitcoin longs, 43, 42% separately. Near Protocol, 41%, and a SUI long as well on the 19th. So things are looking pretty favorable for us, honestly. It's slow and steady growth, though, folks. We're not getting crazy rich fast, and that's just not how crypto is anymore. Just heads up on that. All right, folks. Hope you have a good one. Thanks again so much for your time. Look forward to seeing the next one. Take care of yourself out there. Bye-bye.